Chapter 9, Night Journey and Incredible Ascent. The messenger had returned to the city and was sleeping in his home close to the sanctuary. Not too far away from there were the honored graves of Ismail and Hajra, Ismail's mother. Angel Jibril came to visit the messenger during the night and woke him from his sleep. Angel Jibril took the messenger by the arm and led him just outside of the sanctuary. Just as had occurred in his childhood, Angel Jibril split open the messenger's chest, and his heart was washed with the water of Zamzam in a vessel of gold. From his heart was removed all of the despair, difficulties, and grief that he had experienced. His heart was filled with wisdom, faith, forbearance, knowledge, certainty, and peace. Angel Jibril then placed the messenger's heart back in his chest, and it was sealed. At this point, there stood a white animal from the unseen realm, like nothing the messenger had ever seen before. Its size was between that of a mule and a donkey. Every stride the creature took was a distance as far as the eye could see. It moved incredibly fast. The messenger was told to mount the animal, named Burak. However, the creature started to move in an agitated manner. Angel Jibril said to Burak, "Are you not ashamed? Nobody has ever ridden you more blessed than your current rider." The messenger mounted Burak, and it flew through the night sky. They descended and made a prayer. The angel Jibril asked, "Do you know where you prayed?" "You prayed where Moses spoke to the sublime." The messenger again got on Burak, and it flew through the night sky. They descended and made another prayer. The angel Jibril asked, "Do you know where you prayed?" "You prayed in Bethlehem, where Jesus, son of Mary, was born." Then the messenger saw people who said to him, "May peace be upon you, last messenger, the one who gathers the people." Angel Jibril said, "Return the greeting of peace." The messenger said to the people, "May peace be upon you." The people responded, "And upon you be peace." The messenger asked, "Who were they, O Jibril?" Angel Jibril said, "Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. May peace be upon them." The messenger passed by Moses, who was praying at the red sand dune. Moses looked tall, had straight hair, and was dark-skinned. Moses said with his highest voice, "You have honored him and have preferred him." The messenger returned the greeting. Moses said, "Who is with you, O Jibril?" Angel Jibril said, "It is the last messenger." Moses said, "Welcome, O messenger, the one who gives good counsel to his community, and called them with blessing. Ask ease for your followers." The messenger passed by a tree, and under it was a man and his children. Abraham appeared and asked, "Who is this?" Angel Jibril said, "It is your son, the last messenger." Abraham said, by the unlettered messenger, "O my child, you are going to meet the sublime tonight, and your community is the last of the many generation of followers and the weakest of them. And so if you are able to ask your need tonight, or most of it, for your community, then do it." Abraham made a prayer to give the messenger blessing. The messenger then arrived at the Al-Aqsa sanctuary in Jerusalem, and saw all the messengers praying and gathering from every generation aforetime, including Jesus, Moses, Abraham, Noah, and many of the honored. The messenger stood at the front of the area where they were all gathered and led them all in prayer. After it had concluded, Abraham said, "Praise be the one who made me his friend and gave me great dominion. He made me alone a community that I was obedient to the sublime. I was taken as an example, and he freed me from the fire, and he made the fire cool and safe for me." The messenger met Moses again, who prayed to the sublime. Moses said, "Praise by the one who spoke to me and destroyed Pharaoh at my hands, and the tribe of Israel was saved at my hands, and he made some of my followers a community that was righteous and guided to the truth." David also praised the sublime for giving him the ability to transform iron and giving him subjugation of the mountains, and also being able to hear the birds praised the sublime and gave him wisdom and the ability to speak. The messenger met Solomon, who praised the sublime for giving him the miracle of being able to subjugate the winds and command the jinn, a type of being from the unseen realm. The messenger met Jesus again. Jesus praised the sublime for making the likeness of him like Adam, who was created from dust, and taught him the book and the wisdom and the Torah and the gospel, and made him with the ability to heal the sick and leper and to bring the dead to life with the power of the sublime. And he raised him up and purified him and preserved him and his mother from the accursed Satan, and he did not give Satan inroad into him. Each messenger in that prayer gathering praised the sublime. The messenger then said, "All of you have praised the sublime, and now I will praise him. Praise be to the one who sent me as a mercy to all the worlds, and for all of humanity as a warner and a bringer of glad tidings, and who had revealed to me the book of truth. In it is a clarification of everything, and he made my community the best that has come out for the people. And he made my community the first and the last, and he removed the weightiness from me, and he raised up my remembrance, and he made me the opener and the sealer." Then the messengers spoke of the last hour on earth, the day of judgment. After the prayer, the messenger was offered a choice of 2 drinks, one of milk or one of wine. The messenger looked at Angel Jibril, who said, "Take the milk." The messenger then drank the milk. Angel Jibril said, "You chose the straight religion. Had you chosen the wine, your community would have gone astray, and only a few of them would have followed you." It was clear by this point in the night that events were no longer following linear time, and that the messenger had been given a significant window into the unseen realm. Angel Jibril and the messenger ascended into the heavens. Angel Jibril led them to the first level of heaven. The gatekeepers of heaven said, "Who is there?" He replied, "Jibril." The gatekeepers asked, "And who is with you?" Angel Jibril replied, "The last messenger." The gatekeepers asked, "And has he been sent for?" Angel Jibril said, "Yes." It was then said, "He is welcome. What a wonderful visit his is." The messenger entered the first level of heaven, and he saw a very tall man. Angel Jibril said, "This is your father, Adam. Greet him." The messenger said, "May peace be upon you." Adam responded, "Welcome, O noble son and noble messenger." The messenger then ascended to the second level of heaven, with Angel Jibril still leading the way. The gatekeepers of heaven said, "Who is there?" He replied, "Jibril." The gatekeepers asked, "And who is with you?" Angel Jibril replied, "The last messenger." The gatekeepers asked, "And has he been sent for?" Angel Jibril said, "Yes." It was then said, "He is welcome. What a wonderful visit his is." The messenger entered the second level of heaven, and there were John and Jesus. Angel Jibril said, "This is John and Jesus. Greet them." The messenger said, "May peace be upon you." John and Jesus responded, "Welcome, O noble brother and noble messenger." The messenger then ascended to the third level of heaven, with Angel Jibril leading the way. Angel Jibril and the gatekeepers here exchanged the same dialogue before entry was granted. The messenger entered the third level of heaven, and there was Joseph. Joseph said, "Welcome, O noble brother and noble messenger." The messenger observed, lo and behold, it was as though he had been given half of all beauty. The messenger then ascended to the fourth level of heaven with Angel Jibril. Angel Jibril and the gatekeepers exchanged the same dialogue before entry was granted. The messenger entered the fourth level of heaven. Enoch was present there and said, "Welcome, O noble brother and noble messenger." With respect to Enoch, the sublime said, "And we have raised him to a lofty place." The messenger then ascended to the fifth level of heaven with Angel Jibril. Angel Jibril and the gatekeepers exchanged the same dialogue before entry was granted. The messenger entered the fifth level of heaven, and there was Aaron. He welcomed the messenger in a similar manner. The messenger then ascended to the sixth level of heaven with Angel Jibril. Angel Jibril and the gatekeepers exchanged the same dialogue before entry was granted. The messenger entered the 6th level of heaven, and there was Moses, who appeared tall and strong. He welcomed the messenger. Moses began to weep, and he was asked why he was crying. Moses explained, "This young man who was sent after me shall have a larger following that will enter paradise than my own followers." The messenger then ascended to the 7th level of heaven with Angel Jibril. Angel Jibril and the gatekeepers exchanged the same dialogue before entry was granted. The messenger entered the 7th level of heaven, and there was Abraham. Abraham was resting with his back on Al-Bayt al-Ma'mur, which is the heavenly sanctuary through which 70,000 angels enter every day to pray and never return there again. Angel Jibril said, "This is your father, Abraham. Greet him." The messenger said, "May peace be upon you." Abraham responded, "Welcome, O noble son and noble messenger." In the 7th heaven, the messenger arrived at the lot tree of the farthest limit. The messenger saw its fruits, which resembled clay jugs, and its leaves were like the ears of elephants. The tree was covered by amazing colors, which he had never seen before. The lot tree was dynamic, and its colors were ever-changing. Butterflies of gold were flying all around it. Upon seeing this magnificent tree, the messenger said, "I have never seen anything more extraordinary." 4 rivers originated from the lot tree's roots. 2 of them were apparent, and 2 of them were hidden. The messenger asked Angel Jibril about the rivers. "The 2 hidden rivers are in paradise, and the apparent ones are the Nile and the Euphrates," said Angel Jibril, who had appeared in his original form with 600 feathered wings and with pearls emanating from his presence. Nobody in heaven, not even the angels, was permitted to go past the lot tree. However, the messenger was raised up alone to a level where he could hear a pen writing in a book, which was recording everything that happens until the end of time. In the highest level of heaven, the Sublime was present. The Sublime revealed to the messenger that 50 prayers were now obligatory upon the messenger and his community every day and night. The messenger did not see the Sublime, as he was covered by a veil. The messenger said, "There was light." Descending to the 6th level of heaven, the messenger reached Moses. Moses asked, "What has the Sublime made obligatory upon your community?" The messenger said, 50 prayers each day and night. Moses said, "Return to the Sublime. Ask for concessions for your community, for verily your people cannot fulfill that. My community could not even fulfill its 2 prayers." The messenger looked over to Angel Jibril, wanting to get his opinion. Angel Jibril nodded, indicating to act upon the suggestion from Moses. The messenger returned to the Sublime and said, "O Sublime One, please reduce the prayers for my community." Thus, 5 prayers were alleviated for the messenger's community, bringing the obligation to 45 prayers per day in total. The messenger again descended until he reached Moses. Moses asked, "What happened?" The messenger said, 5 prayers were reduced for my community." Moses said, "Return to the Sublime. Ask for concessions for your community, for verily your people cannot fulfill that." The messenger continued to return between the Sublime and Moses, and 5 prayers were reduced each time until they had been reduced from the original 50 down to just 5 in total. The messenger descended to Moses and told him what had happened. Moses said, "Return to the Sublime, ask for concessions for your community, for verily your people cannot fulfill that." The messenger said, "I have returned to the Sublime so many times that I am ashamed, but I am content and happy." Then the Sublime said, "The obligations have been established, and I have made things easier for my servants. It is 5, but it shall be rewarded with 50. And thus it came to pass that 5 daily prayers were made obligatory for the messenger's community. The messenger then saw a different place where people were farming and harvesting at the same time. Every time the people would cut the crops, they would grow back right away. The messenger asked, "Who are they?" Angel Jibril said, "These were people who fought for the sake of the Sublime." Angel Jibril then showed the messenger a different place in the unseen realm. "This is Malik, the gatekeeper of hell. Greet him," said Angel Jibril. The messenger turned to wish Angel Malik peace. Before he could do so, Angel Malik said, "May peace be upon you." The messenger responded, "And upon you be peace." Angel Malik did not smile and seemed quite sad. The messenger asked Angel Jibril, "Why is he like this?" Angel Jibril responded, "He has never smiled or laughed since he has been created. Were he to have smiled for anybody, it would have been for you." Angel Jibril then showed the messenger a glimpse of hell. The messenger saw people whose heads were being smashed and put together over and over. The messenger asked, "Who are those people, O Jibril?" Jibril said, "Those are people who never bothered to get up for the obligatory prayers." Then he saw another people dressed in rags, who were eating zakam, a horrible thorny bush in hell, and also eating fire. The messenger asked, "Who are those people, O Jibril?" Angel Jibril said, "Those are the people who never used to give charity from their wealth, and the sublime did not oppress them one iota." The messenger came to a people who had both meat that was cooked and meat that was raw and foul. These people were only eating the foul meat. The messenger asked, "Who are these people?" Angel Jibril said, "This is a man from your community who had a wife that was pure, but he would go to a foul woman and sleep with her until the morning, or a woman who would do the same." The messenger then saw a people who had the choice of eating carrion or good meat. The people were only eating carrion. The messenger asked, "O Jibril, who are these?" Angel Jibril said, "These are fornicators who permit what the sublime has prohibited." The messenger saw a man who was swimming in a river of blood, and he was being smashed with stone. The messenger asked, "Who are these people?" Angel Jibril said, "These are people who consumed interest." He was referring to those who lend money and take interest on loans. The messenger saw a man who was gathering wood, and he could not carry it. Every time he would try, the wood would increase. The messenger said, "Who is this, O Jibril?" Angel Jibril said, "This is a man from your community who used to have trusts from people, and he was not able to fulfill them, although he wanted to." The messenger came to a people whose tongues and lips were being cut off with scissors of iron, and every time they would be cut off, their tongues would be whole again. The messenger asked, "Who are these people, O Jibril?" Angel Jibril said, "They are those who gave sermons, saying what they did not do." The messenger passed by people who were constantly scratching their faces and breasts with copper nails. The messenger asked, "Who are these people, O Jibril?" Angel Jibril said, "These are the ones who were backbiting about people." Then the messenger came upon a small hole, and from it there was a vast cave. The cave wanted to return from where it came, but the physics made it close to impossible. The messenger said, "What is this, O Jibril?" Angel Jibril said, "This is the man from your community who speaks an enormity, and he regrets it." The messenger came to a valley where there was a cool breeze and the scent of musk. He heard a voice. The messenger said, "O Jibril, what is this?" Angel Jibril said, "This is the voice of paradise." The voice said, "O Sublime One, bring me those who you have promised me, because how expansive is my silk, and my ornaments, and my pearls, and all of my silver and gold, and the cups that I have, and all of the plates that I have, and all the rivers of water, honey, and milk." The Sublime said to the voice of paradise, "For you is every believing man and believing woman, and whoever believes in me and my messengers, and they do not associate with me, and do not make partners with me, and those who have fear of me, they will be safe. And whoever asks me, I will reward them, and whoever trusts me, I will be enough for him. I am the Sublime. There is no master but me, and I fulfill my promises, and the believers have had success, and the Sublime is the best of creators." The voice of paradise responded, "I am pleased." The messenger came to another valley and heard an evil sound and a foul smell. The messenger asked, "What is this?" Angel Jibril said, "This is the voice of hell." The voice of hell said, "O Sublime One, bring me what you promised me, because my chains are so many and my restraints, and how deep is my pit, and how fierce is my fire. So bring me the people you have promised me." The Sublime said to the voice of hell, "You have every disbeliever, foul person, tyrant, and everyone that does not believe in the last day." Then the messenger saw the Dajjal, or the Antichrist, as Christians refer to him. Angel Jibril asked, "O messenger, how did you see him?" The messenger said, "I saw him like a large man, and he was extremely white. One of his eyes was protruding out as if it were a shiny planet. His hair was like the branches of a tree." Then the messenger saw a white pillar, as though it were pearl. The angels were carrying it. The messenger asked, "What are you carrying?" The angels responded, "We are carrying the pillar of the final chosen religion, and we were commanded to place it in the area encompassing Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine." Then the messenger saw an old man who called to him. The messenger did not answer this call either. Angel Jibril said, "Do not answer him." The messenger asked, "Who was that, O Jibril?" Angel Jibril said, "That was the enemy of the Sublime, Satan, and he wanted you to incline toward him." Then the messenger came across an old woman on the side of the road. The old woman called the messenger, but he did not look at her. The messenger asked, "Who is this, O Jibril?" Angel Jibril said, "That woman is what remains of the life of the earthly world." The messenger ultimately came back to Jerusalem. He then traveled on Buraq to the city. It was reported that his bed was still warm, as though worldly time had been frozen during his journey. The messenger wanted to share his phenomenal experience with the people of the city. He confided in his cousin, who discouraged him from doing so. The messenger said, "By the Sublime, I am going to tell them." The messenger went to the sanctuary and sat in a state of worry. He was concerned that when he shared his experience with the people, they would not believe him. Abu Jahl passed by the messenger and noticed his demeanor. "What is the matter with you? Has anything happened?" Abu Jahl asked sarcastically. The messenger responded, "Yes, something happened." Abu Jahl asked curiously, "What happened?" "Last night I was taken from here to Jerusalem," said the prophet. Abu Jahl retorted, "And you are now waking up amongst us?" The messenger said, "Yes, I am waking up amongst you here." Abu Jahl asked, "If I call your people, will you tell them what you just told me?" The messenger responded, "Yes, I will." Abu Jahl called out loudly to the Quraysh, "Come forth! We have an announcement to make." The people responded to the call and gathered around the messenger, who was sitting, and Abu Jahl, who was standing. Abu Jahl said to the messenger, "Tell them what you promised you would tell me." The messenger shared, "Last night I went to Jerusalem, and I went to pray at the Al-Aqsa sanctuary. Some of the people were overjoyed, while others doubted him. A man from the crowd who had been to Jerusalem challenged the messenger to describe it for them if what he was saying was true. The messenger began to describe Jerusalem until the people asked him for very specific details that he was not able to recall. He had only been there for part of one night. While the messenger paused, trying to determine how to respond to this test, an image of Jerusalem miraculously rose up at a distance in front of him. There was not a question that the people posed that the messenger could not answer easily with this aid. The Quraysh could not see the image of Jerusalem, though. Someone from the crowd acknowledged, "As for the descriptions of Jerusalem, they are accurate." The messenger said, "I will give you some signs as well." He described 3 returning caravans he had happened to see on his night journey and what condition they were in. One that would be coming back the soonest because it was closest to the city, the second caravan had lost a camel, and the third one had an urn of water. Abu Jahl said, "If this is the case, the caravan should be coming right now." While they were discussing the messenger's night journey, news came that the first caravan had in fact entered the city, just as he had described.